Joining us on the phone, the Lieutenant Governor of that state of Texas, Dan Patrick. Lieutenant Governor, good to have you with us. Unfortunately, under these circumstances, I have no doubt you've been up all night. What can you tell us this morning?
Good morning. Well, first of all, I want to thank our brave responders, our fire and police, whether it's at the state level highway patrol or at the county level or at the city level. They're risking their lives to help others. And also, from a state level and a county level, in a short period of time, Abby and Todd and Clayton, the state was able to ramp up very quickly. We have been through this many times before, not storms that will bring us 30 or 40 inches of rain every day. That's a large amount of rain. Some areas may get more, and not a storm that will stay on shore this long. But we've been through many floods and many storms over the time, and our people at every level are very qualified, very prepared. The governor was on top of this very early. You have to remember that last weekend, skies were sunny along the coastal areas. There was this tropical depression over the Yucatan that everyone thought was going into Mexico and dissipate or into the Gulf, and then it turned into a tropical depression, headed this way, grew very rapidly, as you all know.
Right.
And so it was a very short period of time. I also want to thank the White House. I know that the governor and the president have talked, and the president has offered the governor whatever has been requested, and they have been on top of this as well.
Yeah.
So we are as prepared and as coordinated as we can possibly be. No one can handle this Texas-sized storm better than Texas. However, we're going to have a long week ahead of us with massive flooding, unprecedented in some areas. And this storm, quite frankly, and I know from your own meteorologist and all of our state folks who are looking at this, is still very unpredictable for the next several days. So all of the people in this area, for our folks in the coastal areas and from the coast all the way to San Antonio, which is about a couple of 100 miles, from Houston to San Antonio, another couple of 100 miles, you're talking about a massive area of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of homes and a million plus people just in the major area. And then if you get into total Houston, you're talking about millions of people in San Antonio. This is going to be hitting people today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Some areas very hard, some areas not so hard, but everyone's going to get a lot of rain and a lot of flooding.
Dan, I got to ask you about Rockport. We, as a news crew, we've been trying to get information out of Rockport. Cell towers down there. It's very difficult. I mean, we have some images that we were able to get from some local news crews in that area, but very minimal at this hour. And it seems like that is going to be the big story, Rockport, Texas, as perhaps ground zero for the damage. What are you hearing from the state level as far as emergency crews getting into that area? What are you hearing about the damage there that we cannot get from cell phone coverage?
Well, of course, communication is difficult everywhere for everyone. The sun's been up now for several hours, making it a little safer for people to try to travel in and also beginning to get images out. But the state, along with our counties, now will respond to those areas. And, of course, they have to assess the damage for themselves. But as they make requests, Governor Abbott put about 700 of our Guard on alert. And really there wasn't a specific spot to send everyone. We knew the general area, of course, where the storm was going to hit, Corpus or Rockport. We kind of narrowed that in the last 24 hours. But they're staged so that they can respond where as needed, and they will respond appropriately where needed. It's the same thing with the flooding. Look, we have some of our rivers west of Houston out near Columbus, Texas. They've already had 7, 8 inches of rain in some areas. Right now, east of Houston, again, that's over 200 miles, roughly 200 miles from Rockport. East of Houston, now getting 3 to 4 inches of rain an hour in areas.
Yeah.
And so when you see these forecasts of 25 and 30 inches of rain, it's going to be cumulative over several days.
And speaking of Houston, we're going to go to a reporter there right now. Dan Patrick, thank you very much, Lieutenant Governor of the state of Texas. Appreciate you taking the time here on a very busy morning for you.